You're scrolling through endless options because you want something that actually works, not just a list of flashy features. You need a massage chair that you can rely on day after day, that fits into your living room without feeling like a permanent installation, and that justifies the price tag by actually easing the tension you feel after a long shift or a tough workout. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The biggest hesitation most people have is the fear of spending a lot of money on a piece of furniture that ends up gathering dust because it's too noisy, too complicated, or just doesn't hit the right spots. I've spent the last few weeks watching a mix of unboxing videos, digging through the tech specs, and listening to what actual owners are saying about the Osaki Titan 3D Pro Prestige. So let's break down whether this chair lives up to the hype or if you'd be better off saving for a few professional spa visits. First off, the Titan 3D isn't a minimalist seat massager you slip onto a chair. It's a full-size recliner with a zero-gravity position that actually tilts you into a near-weightless posture, which is a big deal for anyone who suffers from lower back pressure after sitting at a desk all day. Think about the typical office worker who spends 8 hours hunched over a laptop, then goes home and just wants to unwind. When they press the recline button and the chair glides into zero gravity, the spine is evenly supported and the weight of the upper body is distributed across the backrest. In real-world terms, that means less strain on the lumbar discs and a quicker transition from stiff to relaxed without needing to add a separate footrest or lumbar pillow. The real star of the show is the 3D airbag system paired with a position sensor. The airbags don't just inflate in a static pattern, they sense where your shoulders, hips and thighs actually are and adjust the pressure accordingly. I saw a video where a taller user with a broader frame got the same deep, rolling sensation as a shorter, leaner person, simply because the chair's sensor mapped their body shape in real time. That adaptability is especially useful for families who share the chair. A teenage athlete recovering from a sprinting injury can get a more aggressive, sport-focused massage, while an older adult can dial back to a gentler, soothing glide. The brushless motor behind the whole system runs smoother than most home appliances I've owned, and because it lacks brushes, it stays quieter over long sessions. In a typical living room setting, the noise level sits somewhere between a quiet dishwasher and a conversation, so you can actually watch TV or read a book while the chair works its magic. Now, let's talk about the practical side of owning a piece this size. The Titan 3D measures about 43 inches wide and 45 inches deep, so you'll need a dedicated corner or a larger living room footprint. If you're living in a studio apartment, this chair can dominate the space and make moving furniture a chore. The weight is also considerable, close to 350 pounds, which means you'll likely need at least 2 people to get it out of the box and into place. Once it's set up, the control panel is fairly intuitive. Most users find the touchscreen easy to navigate after a quick trial run, but the menu does have layers of preset programs that can feel overwhelming at first. If you're not a tech-savvy person, spending a few minutes with the manual is worth it, otherwise you might end up using the default relax mode and miss out on the more targeted deep tissue or shiatsu options that the SL track provides. So, who should really consider the Osaki Titan 3D Pro Prestige? If you're someone who regularly deals with muscular tightness, whether from long hours behind a desk, frequent gym sessions, or chronic back pain, this chair can effectively replace a handful of monthly spa visits. The zero-gravity recline, combined with the dynamic airbags, offers a comprehensive full-body experience that mimics a professional therapist's hand movements. Athletes who need regular muscle recovery will appreciate the ability to customize intensity on the fly, and the quick response of the 3-core processor means the transition between a gentle knead and a firmer press feels natural, not jerky. On the other hand, if you're on a tight budget, have limited floor space, or simply want occasional neck and shoulder relief, a portable handheld massager or a simpler reclining chair with basic vibration might give you enough benefit without the upfront cost and spatial commitment. When it comes to downsides, the main practical weaknesses are the size and the learning curve of the control interface. The chair's footprint can be a deal-breaker for anyone living in a small apartment or a shared space, and while the noise isn't disruptive, it's not silent. The motor hum can be heard if you're trying to sleep immediately after a nighttime session. Additionally, The preset programs are numerous, and the lack of a straightforward quick start button means you'll spend a minute or